Hey everybody, Miss Ladybug. So I've decided to continue on and do a part 3 because I just want to get through this. So I'm like at July and um, Walt and I are, well, I'm trying to still maintain the relationship and Walt's like, okay. Um, but then 4th of July comes and I was gonna go to the lake with my son and with a couple friends and just do fireworks and have something to eat and maybe a couple beers, and that was it. And I asked him what his plan was, and he was gonna go to the lake with friends, a group of friends, and watch the fireworks and have some drinks and hang out. The same thing. Well, so I did what I said I was going to do with my son, and we went to a lake that was west of us over by Cave Junction. I can't remember the name of it. And met up with a couple friends of mine, and they had their kids there, and we played games and had fun. And then I was home by like 11 o'clock, 11:30 at the latest. And I am one of those people that have a really weird gut instinct about things, an intuition, so to speak. And there had been issues with Walt being with his ex-girlfriend, Sharia. I mean, he gave me his iPad to use, and it was full of pictures of her, even boudoir type pictures of her, which that's just rude. That's hurtful. I tried to ignore it, but damn, you know? I'm a woman, I have insecurities. And to see that Walt had treated her to special outings in special environments, and I wasn't worth that. Wow. Anyway, there was something in my intuition that said, you need to do a little investigating, and I just happened to pull her name up and it showed right there. It was on public Facebook that she'd been with Walt, only Walt, her and Walt, in the dark, watching the fireworks. So when I talked to Walt on July 5th and inquired, he did fess up. But wow, you're with a woman who you'd been intimate with, and you lied about it. That really, man, if you don't know women, that's a way to get a woman all riled up. I mean, homicidal, some women, and definitely hurt them like nobody's business. I just was like, really? You're with her when I would give everything I own to be with you? And you know how I feel about it? Anyway. So, I thought we were together. We'd had our 1 year anniversary was July 2nd, and I sent him when your anniversary text and I didn't get anything back, and then I get an email, oh, I'm usually better about that. Sorry, happy anniversary. And it's like, really? You know, not only have I been your girlfriend and dealt with whatever that is, but I've been your work partner and made you money. And I get oh, yeah, happy anniversary. God, you made me feel like shit. The more I think about it, the more it's just so apparent. You were just using me. So July continued on, and he had wanted an outline of all the financials that I dealt with. And he had pushed on that before my birthday, and so I'd been working on that, and then I finally got it when all this crap was going on. And I said I would like the same, and I had to push, but he finally gave me the bank statements, and then I'm just seeing he's taken all this money out. He took over half the money out over a 6-month period. When I'm dealing with, I told you, $500 a month he was supposed to be putting in, plus $200 I was supposed to get from the rent, so $700 a month for my income and taking care of the property and all the vehicles and the equipment and la 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 la. So I'd kept all the vehicles titled, licensed, insured, blah blah blah. I'd fixed everything, but I never got paid. I was doing this because I loved someone and wanted a life with them. Fucker! Fucked me over. That's all I wanted out of it. I wasn't looking to get rich. I haven't been looking to get rich forever, and if you thought that's what I was doing, you are a dumb fuck. So anyway, July went through with me thinking I'm just a big piece of crap because that's how everyone's treating me. And July 12th, I had run out of Xanax and decided, well, I have detoxed off of these over the last 3 years. I'm just not going to feel it anymore. And then I proceeded not to sleep. But you know, when I went through this detox and the hell that it was, because I'll tell you, detoxing off benzos sucks. Did somebody come and put their arm around me and say, I love you, God, this sucks, let me help you? Instead, they poked. My kids poked. Walt poked. The growers poked. Everybody fucking poked in my open, bleeding wounds of detoxification. And then, you know, I'd gone to counseling. I've been in counseling throughout all of this. I've been to the hospital when I stabbed myself in the foot in June. And I knew what was going on. I was working hard. Harder than any one of you, most likely, that's watching this could even imagine. And I had no support. Only pokers. No support. No encouragement, no love. Not even someone who would take my dog and promise to water my plants so that I could go to detox or treatment or some place where I could get some help. Now that I know better, none of those places know how to help through this. I'm at 4.5 months. I would have been sent home. And I'm still struggling. I'm doing better, and I'm really grateful. But I'm still struggling. And I'm going to be struggling. I can't work a regular job. I'm still very emotional. A lot of that emotion is I'm really pissed off at Walt. I made him $35,000 to $50,000 this year. And many of you have watched my journey over many years, and even with some crazy ass situations, I've always left with my own belongings, but I didn't even get that benefit this time. Oh no, because he's so above the law. Walt is a genius, He's so smart that he doesn't have to live within the confines of the law. He can make his own law and his own rules, and that's what he did when he told the people who were growing on his property to break into my trailer and throw everything in and haul it down the hill. That was highly illegal activity. If I did that, I'd be put in jail. But he's not here, and the police don't want to deal with anything that has to do with the grow property because they don't even have the manpower and they don't know what the hell's going on. And because of that, I have been a minority and been treated like crap. I lost my plants that were going to be my income for the entire year. I lost all my belongings because I was not allowed to go back and get them. And no one would help make an arrangement because everybody was all being crazy, but I was the one who was in the hospital and really crazy, and so what I had to offer was nothing, but they're all sane and sober and have it together, but they're causing holy hell. So August 15th. Oh man, so much stuff has happened. It just gets so wild. So I had gone to the beach and to the Mackenzie Bridge Forest to try to heal myself. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Shasta and I had so much fun in the forest, and we had so much fun on the beach, and I just treated us well, and we went to the redwood forest, and we came out, and my phone hit service, and I started getting really nasty messages from Mary and her daughter about the water situation on the property, and I hadn't been the property manager for 2 months, and they knew that. And I said, you need to contact Walt. You need to not bother me. I haven't even been there. I hadn't been home for days. And I haven't worked there under that situation in 2 months. But I'm getting threatened that they're going to unplug my electricity and make it so I can get water, and I'm just... So I told Walt, and I said, you need to deal with this because I'm not even home. And I ended up, the abuse of these 2 women continued for 24 hours, and I finally had to call the police and say, would you please intervene here, because these women are unrelenting in their abuse. And So the police contacted them, and they were like, well, she lives right by us, and da 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 da, and all these things they knew before they moved in. They tried to make be issues, and it was just really quite disgusting. And so, I went through all this trauma the 1st of August with them harassing me by mail and phone and via the police. And so I went home, and I was told by Walt that they were going to be out the second weekend in August, which was like August 8th or whatever. Well, they weren't there. There was a lot of people that came. I was so scared. I just locked myself in the trailer on Friday night before the 10th of August when they were supposed to be coming to haul everything away. I just locked myself in my trailer and said, I'm not going out until they're all done. I'd watered my plants and tried to take care of everything during the week when they were gone. And I just was like, okay, I just won't go out. And I waited and I waited, and all these people came that I'd never seen before. And it was so scary. It made me so anxious. I'm up a 3/4 mile driveway all by myself. It was me and Shasta. I didn't have any protection, and people were being nasty, and I've seen some nasty things go down. So I was, scared. And this was about the same time, or just prior to this, I'd found out that Walt had some proclivities that I wasn't aware of, and that he was pursuing some personal enjoyment. Hookers. Or something to that effect. After my situation with my first husband, who had numerous affairs, who was involved with a woman that had been a hooker, and the sexual shunning that I've experienced, oh God, I feel so dumb. I feel so dumb. I loved Walt with everything that I had. And as time passed, it became very apparent that I would never be able to satisfy him, because he had desires in a way that I could never fulfill. And I think that's why he punished me. Because that's what he's done. He's punished me for being honest, and for speaking the truth. My kid's dad was the same way. You speak the truth. It's narcissistic behavior. It's sociopathic behavior. You speak the truth and they freak out. Well, the truth is, I was used, and I allowed it. I allow my emotions and my feelings for a human being to control what flowed into my life and what flows out of my life. And when you deal with people who use you and abuse you, well, that puts an element out there. So I have learned to not share my life with anyone. I can own up to my own stuff. Always. I haven't done anything. As long as I stay in recovery, I don't do behaviors that I have to be ashamed of, or that I have to regret, or that I have to make amends for. So I guess my lesson is that men from big cities have no moral compass. After Buck, Mr. Nevada Buck, Mr. Las Vegas, and then here I've got Walt, Mr. Chicago. Oh, God. These men are disgusting. They're so fucking full of themselves, and I bought into it. So, thank you, Buck. Thank you, Walt. You've cured me. You have. You have cured me. Between the two of you, one being Mr. Moral Compass Mormon, doesn't do anything bad, but oh, you did a lot bad, and you know it, Buck. You used me, and you abused me, and yeah. And then, well, same thing. There are many people that saw what you did, and you want to feel all good about yourself, but you're a sick bastard. You're a really fucking sick bastard who uses disabled people to benefit yourself. So, anyway, that's where we got through to July. There is more. I'll share more. But that's enough for tonight. I needed to kind of finish it out a little bit more. Anyway, I hope I can get to a point where I don't have to beat myself up for allowing bad people in my life. And I'm really looking forward to where I can forget the really crappy people in my life while still remembering I'm never going to trust a man again and never going to be in a relationship again, but just not be feeling hurt and abused all the time so that I can actually relate better to people. Because right now it's really hard. I think everybody's pretty full of shit. In fact, I think everybody's full of shit. I think everybody's a lying, full of shit piece of crap. That's what I've dealt with in my life. So, I hope it changes. I liked me when I trusted people and thought the best of people. It's what kept my high cheekbones. But right now, I don't trust anybody. I don't trust anybody. And in the last year, every single gosh darn person I have allowed into my physical present life screwed me over. Every person who told me they loved me and they wanted to help me, and they cared about me, family, friends, whatever, they all attacked me and screwed me over. So, if I'm bitter for a long time, that's why. That's my truth.